Unlike most other great houses, the Tyrells never ruled as kings. Instead, their line of descent comes from the female line to the legendary Garth the Gardener, the mythical first king of the Reach reigning in the Age of Heroes, and the son of the equally mythic Garth Greenhand. Members of House Gardener, the ruling house of the Kingdom of the Reach, periodically intermarried with lower-ranking houses of the Reach, such as House Tyrell. The Tyrells served as stewards to House Gardener. Sir Alistair Tyrell, the founder of the house, was an Andal knight and adventurer who showed such prowess at arms that he was named the champion and sworn shield of King Gwaine V the Gardener, the last of the three Sage Kings. Sir Alistair's eldest son also became a notable knight, but died in a tourney. Alistair's second son, Gareth, was of a more bookish bent and never achieved knighthood, choosing instead to serve as a royal steward. He and his son Leo performed their duties so well, the Gardeners made the office of High Steward hereditary. It is from Gareth that today's Tyrells descend. During the minority of King Garland, the sixth Gardener, a member of House Tyrell, ruled the Reach in his name as regent. When Lords Manderley and Peake instigated a civil war to see their respective wives, both daughters to the senile old King Garth X Gardener, succeed as Queen of the Reach, Sir Osmond Tyrell, the High Steward of Highgarden, led an alliance of 20 houses to put down the rebels and reclaimed the ruins of Highgarden, which had been sacked by a Dornish king and his raiders. Sir Osmond placed a second cousin of the late Garth X, who has been killed by the raiders, upon the new throne as King Mern's sixth Gardener. Relying on the able counsel of Sir Osmond, and later Osmond's son Sir Robert Tyrell, and finally Robert's son Laurent Tyrell, King Mern ruled well, rebuilding Highgarden and doing much and more to restore the power of the Reach and House Gardener. Mern Sixth was so pleased with them that he gave Sir Robert the hand of his youngest daughter in marriage, thereby allowing the following generations of Tyrells to claim descent from Garth Greenhand. That was the first marriage between the two houses, and 9 more unions followed in the passing centuries. Following the defeat and death of King Mern the Ninth Gardener and his other kin at the Field of Fire during Aegon's conquest, Harlan Tyrell, hereditary High Steward of the Reach, surrendered Highgarden to Aegon the Conqueror. As a reward, Harlan was granted the castle along with dominion of the Reach as Lord Paramount of the Mander. As Wardens of the South, they frequently warred with the Dornishmen, who remained independent. Harlan disappeared in the Dornish sands during the First Dornish War. During the reign of King Jaehaerys, the first Targaryen, the Tyrells hosted the famed tourney of the Field of Roses. As the Dance of the Dragons began, Lord Lionel Tyrell was an infant, and his regent mother was judged likely to align the Reach with the houses over-mighty Bannermen, the Hightowers, and the Greens. However, House Tyrell decided to take no part in the war. The Tyrell Bannermen, on the other hand, were split during the war, with men of the Reach fighting on both sides. Later, Sir Ulf White attempted to claim Highgarden for himself, as House Tyrell had taken no part in the dance, and he believed they should be considered traitors. When Daeron III Targaryen, the young dragon, attempted the conquest of Dorne, Lord Lionel commanded the army that invaded via Prince's Pass. After the initial victory, Daeron appointed Lord Tyrell as governor of Dorne. Lord Tyrell liked Dornish women, and one night he pulled the rope that would signal for a wench to come to his bed, and 100 scorpions fell from the canopy instead. His death sparked new revolts, and the conquest was undone in a fortnight. Lord Leo Longthorn Tyrell participated in the tourney at Ashford Meadow, beginning the tourney as one of the champions. Both Prince Aegon Targaryen and Sir Duncan recognized him as a formidable opponent, one that Duncan would better avoid. During Robert's rebellion, House Tyrell stayed loyal to King Aerys II Targaryen. Lord Mace Tyrell's forces achieved victory against Lord Robert Baratheon at the Battle of Ashford. Mace likes to take credit for the success, but it was the van under command of Lord Randall Tarley that put Robert to flight. Mace's cousin, Sir Quentyn Tyrell, died in the battle, Mace went on to besiege Storm's End for almost a year. He bent the knee to Lord Eddard Stark after King Aerys II Targaryen had been killed in the sack of King's Landing. The new King Robert I Baratheon accepted the Tyrells back into the king's peace.